what's up?
Hey.
This is going to be the most interesting thing ever, man. Both of us speaking Dutch, but not allowed to speak it.
Yeah.
Let me make sure that everyone can actually hear you on the live stream. Okay, bumping you up right now. I think. It's always so confusing. Hold on, can you say something?
Hey.
Okay, that should be good. Can someone comment on that in the chat if you can hear him just fine? I think so. Anyways, how are you doing, dude?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm great. It's a Sunday. People can hear you, by the way. Awesome. You can hear him quietly. Well, it should be a little bit nicer right now. But yeah, it's a Sunday. I get to live stream. Get to play StarCraft. It's always good. So yeah, I just picked you out of the chat. Got a bit lucky right there. Out of all the people there right there. So that's pretty cool. Do you have me in your friend list by any chance, or do you have me added by any chance? Cool. So usually, as you probably already know, we get like one matchup to discuss, kind of depending on what league you're playing at. So we get usually one hour of coaching, and then hopefully we'll be able to explain at least like one matchup to you, and hopefully let you improve a little bit. Now it's too loud, dang it. Okay, is that better? Can you say something?
Hey.
Awesome. This should be good, I think. But yeah, if you could send me a message on in StarCraft, that'd be awesome. Bam.
Done.
Wow. Would have never expected that username at all. Cool. Zeus 5X export or esport. Cool.
Yeah.
He actually went from gold to diamond in one season.
Yeah, I think I was like, well, yeah. I was like top diamond as well, but then I got one big losing streak.
I know what you mean. That's cool though. That's still like a huge improvement right there.
Yeah.
Where
I kind of skipped platinum. I played like 2 games in platinum and kind of got promoted.
Oh shit,
So
that's
kind of lucky.
How did that happen? How?
I don't know. I just had like one big winning streak, and then I promoted to platinum finally because I was 3 seasons. I was stuck in gold, so I was really happy when I got to platinum, but kind of expected it, and then suddenly you promoted to diamond. So I was like, what?
That is actually very funny. I've never heard that before. that is so uncommon right there. Huh. That's cool. So you didn't like you hoped you win 2 more and like get to like masters.
Yeah, I don't know. I hoped so, but no.
People are asking if you're French. No. He's Dutch. We kunnen ook wel Nederlands gaan praten, maar er zijn maar weinig mensen die dat verstaan, dus dat wordt zo'n raar verhaal. Oh, you actually play a ton of games. That's sick. I think you have more games played than me actually this season.
Yeah, I just finished my high school, so I got 4 months holiday.
4 months? Oh, actually, I have a little more, like 3 more. But you got 4 months holiday?
Yeah.
Oh, you finished all of high school?
Yep.
Oh, cool, man. Did you make it? Did you pass all your exams?
Yeah, I made it.
Cool. That's good stuff. There's one Protoss win in there, man. What is this madness? I'm looking at your profile right now. It says 1 Protoss win.
Yeah, it's because I played the random ones, and I accidentally pressed random, so then I was like as Protoss, and I just proxy 2-gated the Zerg and won.
It's okay, I forgive you. Yeah, you have some really good days and some really awful days right now. Looking at your match history, and some painful losing streaks right there.
Yeah.
It's good though. So yeah, let's have a look at your statistics. It's funny that like the people that I coach are pretty much always like Diamond League lately. It's like either Platinum or Diamond League. It seems like a lot of high level people are actually tuning into the stream. It's quite cool. Let me actually hide all of this stuff so you can see this as well. So you got 48% win versus Protoss, 59% versus Terran. That's actually sick. What do you do in ZVT?
Just standard mute ling bling.
Okay, nice. And then versus Zerg, 47%. You actually have the exact same thing where you only meet Zergs on the ladder as well.
Yeah. Lots of Zerg games.
Yeah.
I like them though, it's fun.
Yeah, they go quite quickly as well. So yeah, most of the time, especially since you're, you know, already in Diamond League, we can only do 1 matchup. So we will see. Is there any of your matchups that you would like to, you know, that you prefer right now? Is there anything like you feel like is absolutely awful?
Yeah, I have lots of trouble again holding Protoss all-ins.
Okay.
It's really hard.
Okay, yeah, we can definitely work on
even
that.
if I scout it in time, I just can't hold them.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely work on that. That's a nice little problem. It seems like especially in Diamond League, that's one of the differences between like Diamond and Master. Whereas in Diamond League, it's kind of hard to hold them, and in Master League, it all of a sudden becomes a lot easier. And you get more into like macro games, but that's good. So we can definitely do ZVP, but we'll probably need to pull someone from the chat. Is there any like Diamond or Master level Protoss in the chat right now? I know there's at least one of them. I mean, there's a couple hundred people, so it should be good. If there's anyone tuned in right now that is, you know, willing to play and is right around Diamond or Master League, feel free to join the LowkoTV chat in Europe. I think there will be probably someone. I mean, will Grandmaster do? Well, Samwise, that will be a bit tricky, man. I'm Diamond Toss. Okay, let's go with Diamond. Grandmaster is a little bit too high, I'm afraid, Samwise. Yeah, if you guys could join the LowkoTV chat and say that you're a Diamond Toss, I will invite you. That's cool. So what do you usually do in ZVP? Do you have like one go-to strategy or?
Yeah, most of the time I go like Roach, Hydra, Viper.
Okay.
I tried Muta Ling, but it didn't really work for me.
Okay. No, that's understandable. Roach, Hydra, Viper is definitely like a better all-round unit composition with, you know, like Ling, Muta working versus certain sort of like strategies, but. Frank W. Ducks, are you a, No, you're not in a Diamond League. I'm a Diamond Toss, he says with a kappa. Nope. How can I join Loko's chat? You click this little icon right here in the bottom, it says groups, then you search for LowkoTV. So if you're a Diamond Toss, feel free to join right now and I'll invite you. But do you have like any super standard builds that you like to go for? So do you like go for like 3 hatch really quickly, or do you prefer playing 2 hatch into 3 hatch, or?
Yeah, well, I just always go like 6 minutes third hatch, depending if he's going Gateway Expand or Forge Expand. If he just goes Forge Expand or Nexus first, I just take a really early third.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what you want. That's good. Now, while we wait, we can also take a look at like a replay if you have any by any chance.
Well, I just played one actually.
Oh, cool.
Again, it was on the Go for IC2 Cup, so it was also like casted, so it was fun. But
oh, was that 2 days?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Diamond Toss here, cool. Okay. Sorry, what?
Yeah, this is a pretty weird all-in though. It's with the Warpers and drop.
Okay. Okay, we will see. Yeah, so before we play a game, could you like host that as a how do you call that? Like, yeah, like watch with others or something is what it's called. Cool. Let's have a look. So instant DG is actually a Diamond Protoss, which is cool.
So I should start it now.
Yeah, sure. The first mistake that you made is playing blue colors, man. Purple is the only way. Oh, it's okay. Don't think it really matters. But how did you do in the Go for SE2?
That was my first round, so...
Oh, okay. It's like best of ones, right?
Yeah, I just do it sometimes for fun, because I'm pretty sure that there's no way for me I could make it anywhere deep. But yeah.
I don't know. Like, you know, there's a lot of people that sign up for them still, so I think you do have like at least like a pretty good chance to make a couple of rounds. Do you get like really nervous? I remember I got really nervous when I used to.
Well, a little bit actually.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. Okay. So what is usually like your thought process? You always want to be like one base up on your opponent. Is that like the idea?
Yep.
Okay. I guess for a war prism often. We'll see.
Just tell me when you want to slow it down or something.
Yeah, no, this is fine for now. Just speed it up a little bit. There we go. So you go for pull, edge. Okay, so you see a Gateway Expo. Take a Gas Geyser right away.
Oh.
I'm lagging like crazy. Oh.
Yeah. Wait, my screen is going black. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, could you slow it down to ×2 now? That'd be nice. Okay. Okay. So he went Gateway Expo into a Nexus in around 4 minutes, and right now he's going for robotics. Okay. I like the droning up so far. Like, so far it's really solid. You pull one drone out of Gas Geyser?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I should have done 3 or...
No, it's fine. It's no big deal. I usually pull out 2, but it's really no big difference. So usually when do you do your scouting with overlords? If you do scouting with overlords?
Right now.
Okay, that's a good time. Yeah, the Roach Warren I would get a little bit earlier than this. This is like pretty risky if it turns out to be like a 4-gate or something like that. But okay, so right now you should pretty much know exactly what's coming. Have you ever seen like a load-in like this before?
No.
Okay, so could you pause it for like a second?
I don't think I saw the War Prism though. So that was
no, but the one thing that you could see right now is the gas count. So that's just something you can kind of like, I guess like note down or something. Is that whenever you see like a Protoss on one gas geyser, so right now you see this one not being taken with that Overlord, there's really only 2 build orders that he can go for, okay? So the one build that he could go for is a 8-gate Zealot all-in. So that's like, you know, 8-gate Zealots with +1 attack.
Yeah.
But when you see a robotics town like this, there's really only the second option, and that is like a 2 Immortal with a War Prism and a heavy Zealot play all in. And that's probably exactly what's happening right here.
Yep.
So that's just something to note right now, okay? Let's say you would know that. You could actually even cancel this hatchery, or, you know, actually I probably want to keep it up, and just start making non-stop units. I think you would be able to hold it if you would start making non-stop units right now.
Yeah, I think I did.
Oh, okay.
Let's resume.
Okay. Yeah, but that's something that you can note though. Yeah, you actually start making a lot of units right now.
Yeah, I just didn't know it was a War Prism play. I guess that's why. I just knew it was something with salads.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much always either like an 8-gate +1 or, you know, like two Immortals with a War Prism. You actually make non-stop units right now. That's like the correct response as well. But yeah. That's actually a very close one. I think it mostly came down right there to the engagement, to be honest.
Yeah.
You actually had everything set up, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually not that much that I would change to that, to be honest. Like, that was pretty much like the perfect response you did right there. It's just the fact that, obviously, you didn't see the Warp Prism come in. Even though it did fly by an Overlord. I mean, you could see it right there with that Overlord.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, like, that's... it's such a slight, little, tiny thing to do. But that was actually extremely well played already. I mean, I wouldn't change a whole lot about that except for the engagement. And, you know, if you would have spotted that thing come in right there, you could have just put all your units right there as well as your queens, and they probably would have been able to, you know, pick up the Immortals right away. But That was actually very, very tiny. The other thing I would probably do is run the drones out of there, because a lot of drones just died. Most of the time what's smart to do is just control click them and then send them towards the third base. Just to get some income going, and sometimes they will just give you that edge to slightly change it up, but other than that, like, that was actually like the good way to respond, except for the fact that you didn't see the War Prism scroll by, but it was actually cool. Okay. Yeah, there's actually, I'm quite surprised how well done that actually was right there. There was really not much you could have done better. I mean, except for like getting the Roachborn a bit late, in case it was like a 4-gate or a 5-gate with like +1, then the Roachborn was a bit late, so I would get that right around 6 to 6.5 instead of like at 7, which you did right now. But other than that, it was pretty solid.
Yeah, also should have against the gateway expand. What would be the standard third base time? Do you know?
Usually right around 5 minutes. 5 to 6 minutes is when like it's standard timing for the third base. So that one was actually pretty solid. It's always quite tricky to know exactly when you can take the third base, because you don't know if he's gonna go for a 4-gate all-in. So most of the time what happens is that you run around with links, and then you like check up on the ramp right there and see what's building right there. And if it's nothing too threatening, if you don't see like a chrono boost go down on like you know, on like a cybernetics core or like a gateway or something, you're free to take the third. Unless you can delay it like a minute, but what you did right here was, you know, just correct.
Okay.
So yeah, I actually don't have too much to say about that. You had everything to defend it, just didn't see that one little glimpse on the minimap right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just jump into a game and see what happens, okay? We'll have to ask the Protoss to go for 2 base all-ins, but I'm sure he's comfortable doing that.
In 1 second.
Yeah, sure. I know people in the chat, I'm aware. Protoss like to 2-base all-in, guys. I can't help that either. I mean, they just like to put all their eggs in one basket and just go for an all-in. Okay, could you host a map, or could you like toss me a party leader? One of the two. Okay, do you have any maps you prefer?
Oh, I don't mind anything.
Okay. See, all these maps are pretty solid. Habitation, Overgrowth, or Frost. Pick one pretty name.
Overgrowth.
Overgrowth? Okay, cool. I like Overgrowth.
Me too.
What do you think is currently the worst map in the map pool? Do you have like one map that you absolutely hate?
I hate Alter Seam Stronghold. It's too big.
Yeah. Oh. I actually agree with that. Remember, like, when did you start playing StarCraft?
Like 1.5 years ago, but I had like a few breaks in that 1.5 years.
Yeah. I think a little bit before that, then the maps were already quite big, but at some point before that, people were wondering, like, when would a map be too big? And I think Alter Seam is pretty much like the perfect example on when a map becomes too big.
Yeah.
Oh, you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Need to get purple.
You fixed your first problem. Maybe that was the issue, man. Yeah, people talking about Waste Station. Waste Station is pretty awful as well. Don't like that map. People are saying it's Zerg favorite. I don't understand. Anyways, just try and play your normal game, and you know, we can see where maybe things go wrong a little bit when I watch the game like exactly through your camera. There might be like little tiny things, like, you know, the amount of time there is like between Queen and Jacks, or, you know, the time that Larva is available, which really becomes quite significant, but we'll see. That drone micro right there, man. That was well done.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just watching the game through your vision as well. So, you know, the only thing I got is the production tab. So I can kind of see a little bit what the Protoss is doing, but for the most part, I just check what you're up to. You're a high APM player, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You're averaging the 350s. Okay, so do you always go pool first?
Yeah, against Protoss, yeah.
Okay. That's a good thing, though. Like, you can sometimes pull it off going hatchery first. Yeah, it's just a bit risky. I think it's better to just play all round. Yeah.
I really hate getting kind of rushed, so I always go for just pull first.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, I like the way you sent your overlords as well, like one to the natural and one behind the main base. That's pretty good. Yeah, so usually you stop droning right here for a second until the spawning pool is done, so you can start the queen and the zergling right away, but it's not too bad. Okay, you want to make one set of zerglings right now after it. Depending on what we scout. Okay. So try and minimize like the downtime between like a larva being available and making it into a drone. I know it sounds really, really, you know, nitpicky, but even if it's available for like 3 seconds, you're losing out on like 3 minerals. And if it happens like 20 times, it's a bit of a waste. You want to make a third right around now, so I would send a drone towards the third base. Usually you send them right after the zergling, so when the zergling spawn you make it. In this situation I would start up the second queen. Okay, good.
Do I make the third queen from the second hatch?
No, I would actually wait with that a little bit. So I would make an overload right now and go back into droning. Yeah, don't risk it, there's no point. Okay, so re-rally everything to the natural. And start making drones. As soon as a larva is available, try and make it instantly into a drone. It will just give you a lot more income. Okay. Okay, at 31 you make another overlord. Just keep making drones in between. Inject, boom. Well done. And I would actually put my zerglings at the watchtower, just in case. Okay, so next up in the natural, when this injects pops, you actually lay down a creep tumor and walk to the third base. And then make another queen in the natural. That's usually the easiest way to get some creep spread going and still make non-stop larva. Or drones. Okay, good. Now the ideal way to play is 44 supply at 550, and you actually hit that pretty much perfectly. So that's nice. So you want to start double gas geyser right now. I would make him in a natural, yep. And a roach warren right now as well. It's just a bit of a safer roach warren. And at this point you also start flying in the overlords. Now what you're looking for mostly with the overlords is gas geysers. I would also actually send in the one that's the natural. You need to know whether or not the gas is up. Oh, you see it? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a 6-minute gas geyser, okay? That means that he's spending a lot of minerals on getting gas up early game. And we can actually go over that a little bit later. So I don't like information overload. But you can keep on droning right now. Okay, so want to start a couple overloads at a time, like 3 at a time right now. And knowing, actually let's have a look in his main base. I don't really see all that much. Okay, that's a forge. But knowing there's double gas geysers out already, there's a big chance he's not gonna attack for a little while. So you can start a lair before starting link speed. And you want to start an evo chamber right now as well.
Oh.
Okay, want to make more overlords? Start making more drones. Okay, so after this you want to stop droning. I would start 2 more gas geysers in the third. Start link speed up. And start +1 missile attack in a little bit. And since we don't really know much of anything, it's probably smart to make non-stop approaches and links right now. Keep the cruise spread going as well. Okay, so what you've done right now is basically established a bigger economy than him, okay? So right now it is 42 Harfesters versus 55. Meaning that all you need to do is spend these minerals and gas that you're getting. So make as many units as possible.
Should I make links as well?
Yep. So you make roaches for as long as you have gas, and after that you make Zerglings. Okay, I want to start roach speed as well. And make a couple more overlords. Like 4 or 5. So you don't get supply blocked. Okay, good. Want to make non-stop units. Okay, so it's Immortal Sentry all in, right?
Yep.
Okay, now the one thing you can try and do is try and snipe that probe that he's gonna be moving out with, inevitably. Also pull back a couple of these overlords, they're just gonna die randomly. Okay. Non-stop units, try and get that money down. Zerglings, okay, good. Okay, so try and get that probe. If you can get the probe, you delay the push so significantly.
He has a warp prism now.
Okay, yeah. So it's gonna all come down to the positioning right now. Now I can't really talk you through that like until after the fight, but just try and get the Zerglings around, you know, around the Immortals and the Stalkers. Okay. So at this point, you know, you're still slightly ahead, but it's going to be real tricky to hold it. Yeah, let's just GG out of it and take a look at the replay. There's definitely a couple of things you can change up, but first off, like, your macro is actually very solid. I guess that's how you got quite easily to Diamond in one season, because your macro is pretty much spot on. Like, macro-wise, there's really nothing I would change, okay? Like, except for maybe the one creep tumor, you could have gotten a little bit more creep spread going, and...
Yep.
The one thing I would also change up as far as creep spread goes is, on that map especially, you want to put down a creep tumor at the third base and actually start spreading into the direction he came with at Immortal Sentry. But other than that, like, build order wise and macro wise, it was pretty much spot on. I don't think you missed like a single queen inject, and I don't think you missed like map vision and all that. I mean, that was all, yeah, that was all pretty much spot on. There's a couple of things I did write down just to hopefully explain it a little bit better. How do you select your army? I was confused. You didn't have like a single control group for your army.
Yeah, I'm using the Alt. I changed the army to Alt because I got so used to it.
Wait, what do you do? Sorry.
Normally you have F2 as all army. But I changed that to Alt. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that like that. Yeah, I would stop doing that, honestly. Like, I think the select all control group is okay for like lower leagues, but I would not use it anymore. It's
yeah, I tried not using it, but it was just so hard changing it up.
I know, but I'm gonna make you the next game. So are you aware on the way, you know, you are normally well, you know, not normally, but how most like pro gamers do it?
Yeah, you like control click on the X and then you shift one, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's like the proper way to do it. Because that way you also get all your reinforcements into the fight right away, okay? Like what you are having right now is that a couple of the roaches were just chilling at the natural while the fight was going on, and that was not very ideal. I mean, obviously that probably wouldn't have made that big of a difference, but I think if you get used to like getting into the habit of controlling your army with like an actual hotkey group, and then, you know, putting all of these army units instantly into that control hotkey, I think you would, you know, have a much easier time actually like winning in all matchups, to be honest. Like, how do you do that in ZVT when you play Ling Bailing Muta?
What do you... I just do the same.
Really? How do you control your mutas? I always lose everything.
I control click my mutas while fighting.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes most of the time I actually just have my mutas on a separate control group.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely just start doing that in all matchups, to be honest. Like, just start putting all of your units on separate control groups. Obviously, Roach Ling you can do that with. You just have one control group, but, you know, like, I think it will be pretty big difference if you, like, nail that one down. Because I don't think macro was really the problem right there. It was mostly just your army control and, you know, not having everything in the fight and whatnot. But yeah, like macro-wise it was solid. Micro-wise, I'm gonna make you feel uncomfortable, I suppose, but... but that's definitely I would, you know, something I would change up. So for anyone in the chat right now that are wondering what I'm talking about, basically what you can do is make units, hold down control and click the eggs at the bottom of the screen, and then hit shift +1, meaning that the building cocoons that are currently building are actually added to that control group as soon as they finish up. So that means that as soon as you make new units and as soon as they hatch, they will instantly be in the same control group as your main army is already in. So that way you don't need to, you know, start looking for your units, which is, you know, pretty important. So if you want to try it, let's actually try it, okay? If you want to try it, could you unbind your alt hotkey?
Yeah.
Just unbind it. Just make sure you can't even try.
Okay. My macro is gonna be shit.
I understand.
Let me see.
Just unhotkey the select all hotkey. It's okay for like up to like gold league, but after that I would definitely start changing it.
Okay, it's gone.
It's gone. Oh shit. Obviously it's gonna make you a bit uncomfortable and it might not, you know, work out as well, but I think macro-wise you should be able to just handle it. So there's one last thing I wanted to touch on, which is right around 6 minutes, with the Overlord Scouts. Yeah, people are saying you're gonna feel so uncomfortable, but it's okay, guys. It's okay. People are like, oh, it's gone. The hotkey is gone. What are we gonna do? Okay, so besides the creep spread and besides the control hotkeys, I wanted to talk really quickly about the Overlord. Like, what are you looking for when you Overlord Scout? Do you kind of know, or are you kind of like guessing what you're looking for?
Well, most of the time I'm just looking for particular buildings.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's basically one way to figure out what's going on. But I would like, you know, it's good to actually try and explain exactly what you could be looking for, even if you don't see any buildings. So the first thing that we saw in the replay that you showed me earlier is the gas geysers, okay? So one thing you can always think about when you see a Protoss play is like, what is he gonna use this gas for? If he's having one gas geyser only, what can he do? If he's having two gas geysers only, what can he do? But in this game, you can actually see him go for 4 gas geysers, right? Like you see, right around right now, I believe, yeah, you see this gas geyser being added on.
Yep.
So at that point, you know that the Protoss is gonna do something gas heavy, right? Like he's gonna do something that requires a lot of gas, because else he wouldn't get all of this.
But it could be anything, right? Right? Or...
Well, it could be anything, but the one thing you can also know is that it's not gonna be a gateway push.
Oh yeah.
And that's like kind of the most important thing to realize, because when you know that, you know, okay, I can keep making drones right now. Because if you wouldn't really know if he's going for like a gateway push, or you don't know if he's going for like stargates or something, you can't really know if you can make more drones, and that's the one thing you're really looking for. So, you know, what I would try and do is like just think as hard as possible about what a Protoss can go for if he's having a certain amount of gas geysers up. Is this actually a wall-off? Can't you just like run in there?
I think so.
That can't be a wall-off.
And you can also like, I think you can also like run left near the pylon.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can. I think it's a slight mistake. Instant DG, can you like fix that? But yeah, always try and think about what the Protoss is going for. If you see 2 gas geysers in the natural, you know it's going to be something gas heavy, so you can both expect something gas heavy, but also something, you know, you can also not expect something that is like gateway heavy. And let's say right now, you see no gases at the natural at all. What I would change up instead is go Zergling speed first and then get the lair up.
Okay.
So if you see 2 gas geysers in the natural, you get a lair. If you don't see 2 gas geysers in the natural, you get Zergling speed first.
Okay.
Because obviously if he doesn't have gases, he's gonna do something mineral heavy, right?
Yep.
Anyway, let's first and foremost focus on the actual control group thing. It's gonna be very uncomfortable, but so in the next game, just do the exact same thing as you did previously, except for the control group thing, as well as decrease threat a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Go.
Yes, the GG is waiting for the stream. As long as it's 2 base all in. There's not gonna be any Protoss watching this anyway, right? Like, let's be honest. I would do 2 base all-ins as Protoss. I actually put some really cool music into this game and didn't even realize that. Okay, just make an overlord and just try and shoo him away. Yeah, so just make a queen and 2 circlings when the spawning pool finishes. There's a big chance he will cancel it actually. Like that's why he's sticking around. So just get your hatchery button ready, and just in case. He might not though, we will see. Yeah, he's gonna cancel it. Oh! Such a Protoss. Okay, make like Zerglings, like 6 of them. That's cool. Let's try and figure out what he's up to. Might even want to make another overlord if it's really necessary. Oh, interesting. Just sent like 1 Zergling after that probe. Wow. Okay, well, I wouldn't worry about that. Just keep making drones. Okay, just attack move with the drone as well, actually. Yeah, okay, cool. And just run the links across the map. Okay. I would not walk the queen to the natural. I would actually put the queen back. It's like, why haven't links not run it? Oh yeah, right. Okay, want to start a gas geyser? And just keep making drones, as many as possible. See what you can kill at the natural. There's a big chance you might actually be able to, like... Oh no, there's a mothership core, never mind. Okay, nice.
Should I make... Oh, wait,
I would just make as many drones as possible right now. I wouldn't really worry about much. He's not gonna push out anytime soon. Still want to go for the 6-minute roach warren though. So it's just a standard time roach warren. Okay. And you want to make as many drones as possible and start thinking about a 3rd base. But before you can do that, you kind of need to scout what is going on. So try and run these lings in and see what happens. Like, try and check at the front of his natural. We actually see a ton of buildings, yeah. Are these all gateways? Do you... That could be. Let's make as many drones as possible still. Want to start link speed as well. Yeah, these are all gateways. So start making some roaches too. He's probably gonna attack. Ooh. Ugh. Got a lot of overloads out on the map as well. I would be a bit careful with that. Okay, so he's only at 1 gas geyser in the main, so he's gonna do a push. Did you kill that drone? Did you kill that probe?
Not sure.
Okay, it's okay. I would start link speed as well as like 2 spines at the natural.
Should I make extra gas?
Yeah, no, I actually would wait a little bit with a gas geyser and go for a 3rd base instead. So just make the 3rd base, but you know, just be ready for cancelling it. Okay, so try and figure out where that probe went. We still know there's only one gas in the main, so that's good. Okay, just scout around with that overlord. Okay, there he is. Oh!
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we got caught there. Okay, just make as many as possible. Okay, just don't leave creep. Never fight off creep unless it's like absolutely necessary. So it's kind of hard right now to figure out what he's gonna follow this up with, right? So try and fly in an overlord again and see what's up. Maybe even, yeah, check the other one as well. Good. So try and figure out if his army is still like at your third base. Oh, yep, there he is. You actually need a couple more drones. I thought there were already enough, but it's not fully saturated on 2 bases. Okay, I think he could actually take that fight right there. It's just pretty important to figure out what he's up to. You see the natural? Or the overlord?
Oh, yep.
It's a dark shrine.
I don't like dark temples.
Yeah, I think that was actually a slight drone mistake right there, because you could have had a lot more drones at the natural. Those are actually way too late.
Yeah.
You might also want to go for a macro hatch right now as well as another gas geyser, but I think this is going to be very hard to stop. He's going to go for like a big all-in. Just keep making as many units as possible. A couple of overlords right now as well.
Oh.
Is it very confusing, the hotkeys?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's okay.
Oh.
If you can try and snipe... Oh no. I was gonna say the pylon, but that's not gonna happen. Move all these overlords back, by the way. They have no business here. Okay. Put the drones in the gas geyser. I think he's just saving up more and more units. I don't really see what else he could be doing. Shift 1? Oh. Okay, good. So you're still actually 30 supply up right now, which is interesting to say the least. But he's Protoss, so. So I would actually try and run a Zergling right now towards his third base to figure out if he's actually expanding secretly behind that. If he is, we can just kill him. I'm actually gonna use my observer cheats. He's just chilling. You might actually be able to catch him right now. I mean, he's just chilling right there for the longest time. Just make sure your Zerglings engage him around the back, okay? You don't want your Zerglings engaging the Zealots. Oh, well, you might just sit back, yeah, fight with the spines. Okay, this engagement is gonna be very important, so try and position your army. So what you want to do is actually attack move, set up a big concave attack move, and then run the Zerglings around, but not for too long. You don't want them out of the fight for too long.
Like this?
Yep. Oh. Okay, run back, run back. He wasted both of his time warps. That's very good. Okay, and just attack move. It might be a bit too much. Okay, good. Queen injects. Okay, and try to make as much stuff as possible. Target fire him down, yep. Good. And attack move. Oh, we're missing army. Well done. You can clean this up. There's a couple of DTs, sadly. So you want to go for a lair? Ooh. Okay, so make like 10 more drones for the natural. Oh. Yeah, I would have actually gone for drones right there. You basically held the push, right? Except there's no... Is there a sport crawl in the natural still?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, there is. My bad. I was like, what? Okay, so get 2 more gases going in the natural. And make like 10 more drones. You basically held the push right there. You might want to try and snipe the pylon on the right side as well. If he's still there. Oh, he's still there. He's gonna go for a second wave. Okay, just keep making more and more roaches then. And move these overloads out of there. Okay, good. Okay, so you want to start 2 overseers? Something like that? 2 or 3? Just put them with your main control group. Ooh. Run your Zerglings out of there. Yep. Wasting some energy for us. That's nice. And could you take a look at the overload that is natural? You might be able to run by. No, it's not gonna happen.
I think it will.
Gotta start thinking about a second plan though. To try and just spend as much money as possible. We need to slime hack this attack.
Like, can you walk through the gap?
I think you I think you can just walk past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like around the back middle.
Take your Zerglings, yeah. Try and take your Zerglings. It's gonna be risky though, but you need to do something now. Okay, so just separate your roaches and your Zerglings, okay? Make sure the Zerglings are not on that hotkey anymore.
How do we do this?
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, shit.
Okay, attack move with the links, yeah. Oh, look at the metro. Yeah. Okay, make as much as possible. Just attack move, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think we could have done it a bit earlier. That sucks. Ah, that's too bad, actually. Yeah, so there was really only one tiny mistake right there, to be honest, that I think happened. It's like in the early part of the game, you could have made like a couple more drones.
Yeah.
I thought it was actually... You actually were ahead of economy, interestingly enough, at that point, but... Okay, let's have a really quick look at it, but... Yeah, in these sort of situations, it's totally okay to have like 20 to like 22 drones or something on minerals in both bases. Just because you know you have like, you know, a bigger army. But it was quite tricky right there though. I like how people in the chat are commenting that you should have taken the 3rd base. Guys, did you not watch the game? There's no possibilities for taking 3rd base. Okay. So I kind of want to go to the point. I kind of want to go to the point that he was attacking. What is this lag? Oh, that's you actually.
Yeah.
Killing your computer. Yeah, so one thing, like obviously you got a bit uncomfortable right there with the whole you know, situation with the control groups. Like I don't think that would have happened in the previous game. Like it was.
I don't think I've pressed the X once.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I just put it on the control group when that came out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you could have followed that one a bit easier. But I would be very careful, like just flying these overloads out like that. It would be just, you know, just put them in a natural or something like that.
Okay.
To make sure it's a bit safe. Yeah, and other than that, like, this was obviously a little bit silly right here because all the units were not hotkeyed right now, and there's a lot of stuff in production as well that doesn't really work. Yeah, yeah, I guess there's, like, you know what pretty much went wrong, right, in this game. I mean, there's not that much I can say about it, I suppose. You held this first attack really well, but then again, like, there was a lot of units that weren't actually fighting right there. Yeah, so I think these drones could have been a bit earlier. Like these 10 drones that were in production right there, I think you could have made those slightly earlier. Oh. Did you lag out, or? Oh no. Okay. But yeah, you could have, you know, you could have tried, like the engagement just didn't go very ideal. Let's go there. Yeah. I forgot how long you've been dancing with the Protoss. So yeah, what you were doing right here was pretty much what you wanted to do, which is was a nice thing. Because that would have gotten like most of these immortals at the back, right? But this point was a little bit late. And obviously like the minerals and the gas right now is also a bit messed up. Yeah, so right here was probably just, you know, you being uncomfortable with the whole hotkey situation and, you know, missing a couple of queen and jacks and, you know, not being able to down the minerals as usual. So as a follow-up to these sort of things, usually what you want to do, whenever you do hold a push like that, is instantly go back into droning. Because you know for a fact that you've pretty much won right now. So the only reason to keep on making drones, or the only reason to keep on making units, is that if you want to go for a counterattack, right? So in this situation, right as you win this push, what you probably want to do instead is just go straight into making a whole lot of drones, tack up to a lair and start more gas geysers, and then snipe all the pylons as well. So that way you would have, you know, you would have actually stopped that second attack as well, because he likely would have gone for a third. So I think you could have just made another bit, or, you know, made a lair right now, made more drones, and then taken all the pylons out. And I guess that in combination with like the macro, while that fight was happening, and a little bit before that, would have been a lot easier.
Yep.
But it's quite hard to say. Like, you could have maybe taken the engagement a bit earlier as well, but...
I think I could have, like, killed that army if I moved out.
Sorry?
I think I could have maybe killed that army if I moved out a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I think so too. So yeah, he's just gonna go back again. And another thing that you might want to start involving a little bit more that I haven't really touched on at all is like upgrades. Roaches with upgrades are a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's like something I can't really coach too much about, I suppose. Anyways, let's play one more, okay? How long have we been doing? Actually, we've been an hour already. Oh well, let's do one more. Let's do one. I can do one. Okay. Oh, instant GG isn't here. But yeah, do you get what like went wrong during that game? I guess it's like a combination of everything. Okay, let's do one more. Same map, same place, same Protoss. Oh, bam. Okay, let's try it once more. Someone says watching Loco stream is kind of painful, yet it's so... Oh, wait, he said in Canada it's so... Why is it painful to watch my stream in Canada? What's up with that? You have any idea, Curve?
No.
Don't let the players get you down, man. Don't get the dirty Protoss get you down.
Oh, I think this guy can...
Goddamn Protoss. I know exactly what you feel. It's like, oh, come on, guys, just give me a break once. People are showing support in the chat for you, man. We believe in you, they say. Okay, it's the same situation exactly. This time around he did go for a Nexus into a Forge, being a typical Protoss. He's gonna let that finish. Okay, that's cool. Just send a Zergling after your or send a drone after your Zerglings and take a third base. So just take the third right when it gets there.
Okay.
Bam. Yep. So first I would say a natural actually. First a natural and then a third. Oh well, it doesn't really matter I suppose, but oh come on, there's another. Okay, start another queen. And oh, take that probe. It's actually at your third. There we go. And I would actually spread creep with that first queen now, so leave that one on creep. Because it's gonna take a while before that hatchery finishes. You should be able to lay down 2 creep tumors. Okay, start an overlord and then straight back into droning. Nice, nice micro right there. Okay, now send these Zerglings to his side of the map. Okay, is that 2 gateways? Okay, that's a bit weird this time. I don't think he has a... that might just be for the wall-off, to be honest. Yeah, that's probably for the wall-off. Okay, just try making as many drones as possible. We'll make another overlord. Did you let that finish? Oh. Okay, so check the gas geysers mostly. Okay, 2 gases, so he's definitely not gonna do something super aggressive. That's nice to know. So you can start making more and more drones. Now we're starting to pile up a bit of minerals already. Just prioritize macro right now. And then whenever you have time in between, just make as many drones. Want to start another queen in a natural and creep tumor it up. Or actually in a third. Okay. Overlords, like 2. And then straight back into droning. Okay. What's that? Okay. Want to start double gas geysers and more drones. Okay, good. Let's see if you can find anything in a natural. This is not going to be anything in the main. Okay, he's upgrading right there on the forge. That's good to know. Most of the time it's attack upgrades. Let's see what we can find. How many gateways are there at the front? Are those all gateways?
I think 3.
Okay, want to make a roach warren? That's awkward to see actually. He's doing some kind of funky build. When I lay down a creep tumor as well, I would lay down a creep tumor at the natural and at the third. Okay. Make as many drones as possible. We're starting to stack up so much. Okay. So be careful though, like, there's a big chance he's gonna do an attack, but we saw that there was 2 gases, so he literally cannot afford to push out, and there's also no warp gauge yet, so it's a bit awkward. I think it's just an expensive wall off. Anyway, I want to get a lair. And then Zergling speed right after it as well. And more gas guys is at the third base. So right now you want to stop droning though. We have a good amount of drones. Want to start Zergling speed. Start 1 more at the third as well. 1 more gas geyser and spread that creep in between and then make as many units as possible. Okay. So try and hotkey that army right away, right? Okay, good. So I think he's doing the exact same thing as he did previously in the previous game. It seems like that at least. Like he's going once again for the immortal sentry stuff. So what you can do is actually run around a little bit with the Zerglings and see if you can figure out exactly if you can find like a proxy pylon or take the watchtowers and whatnot. Because we're pretty blind right now. You could be at your third before you know it. Okay, check the watchtower at the very least. Okay, want to make a couple more overlords by the way, because we're likely going to lose some. And then go straight back into non-stop units again. Want to start roach speed as well. Okay, whoa, what's that? Whoa, watch that! Watch that! There's something. Just move your entire army to take that thing.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a probe around somewhere. Try and find it. Queen injects once more, by the way. Make like 4 or 5 overlords. And put 1 Zergling back at the watchtower. Did you just manually click that icon? You totally did. You totally just did click the icon to select all your army, didn't you? Oh, there it is. Okay. So spend that money right away. Spread that creep out a little bit more and take that other watchtower as well. And try and scout for a third base. If he has a third base, we're gonna attack. Sorry?
I think I saw a war prison.
Oh yeah, well spotted. I actually didn't see that. Okay, set up the concave right here. Don't go towards your third. I would actually set it up in the big creeped area right there. So move forward a little bit. Move towards him a little bit. Okay. Set it up right around that crevasse right there, yeah. Okay, and now attack move behind him. I think you can just win this right here. That is a much nicer concave than we had game 1. Okay, keep making non-stop units. Okay. Target fire down the ones at the front. Solid. The immortals are always top priority, by the way. And he says GG. Well done. That was a lot better than the very first game that we saw right there. Even though I could just see that the complete hotkey setup completely fucked with your mind right there. You're like, where are my units? Wait, they're not. What's happening? You know, like, yeah, that was very well played. The one thing I would try and urge a little bit is just to make sure that you take the watchtowers with the Zergling. Okay, it's always worth having the watchtower for 25 minerals.
Yep.
But that concave right there, outside of your third, was definitely like the winning move. I think you almost engaged right there at your net or at your third again. That would have been, I mean, that would have been very difficult to win that. Look at the chat, man. People love you. Anyways, dude. Yeah, if you have ever any questions, feel free to message me on Skype. I would love to answer it. Let me know if you manage to get to Master League in the near future.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually rank 11 right now, so I think you should be able to, you know, at least go to Masters maybe next season or something.
Yeah, I hope so.
Other than that, man. Let me know how it goes, and
yep.
Yeah, thank you very much for hitting that sub button, dude.
Yeah, thanks a lot for helping.
Later, man.
Bye-bye.